that is called the Most High or that is worship. You see? You can't deny it. I done showed y'all many times. This is an ancient Bible, Holy Bible. Come on. Here he is right here, showing himself that he is the Most High right here. This Genesis 1:1, it says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And they got him in there. Him in there. Come on. Pictures all throughout the Bible. Y'all got Bibles? Pick up some Bibles that have pictures in them. Look who it is. Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High or that is worship. So that he, as the Most High, I just showed you, he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And I showed y'all 1 Corinthians 3:16. Why are our people? You think the white man gonna come from heaven and set righteousness on this earth? They say yes. So that's why they cannot be healed. Because he don't even say that he thinks that's gonna happen. He don't even say that. I asked them, they don't say that. They laugh about that. Nah. But our people, we've been destroyed for lack of knowledge, for one thing. On a high level, man. That's why I say, look, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High? He's sitting in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Know ye not, Israelites, that ye are we the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, even with your mentality, the way you think, that's off. Him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy. And we know to be holy, you got to keep the commandments of the Most High. Romans 7:12. Which temple ye are. You see? That's why you look at what he's done. And we don't even consider it. Because we don't know. We don't apply what it is that's being taught to what it is that you need to know. Why it says 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. You see? If our gospel is hid, it's hid to them that are lost. In whom the God of this world, the power of God, mean the power of this world, have blinded the minds of them which believe not. You see? We have those that do not have the faith in the Most High. Even though they hear or they claim to be in the truth or have been in the truth, they don't believe the gospel of YAHAWASHI, in whom the power of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. Lest the light of the glorious gospel of YAHAWASHI, who is the image of the Most High, meaning he said he agreed with the Most High, shall shine unto them. You see? So they've been blinded. So if you're not really dealing with what it is that the Most High would have us deal with and to be healed, how are you really going to look at being healed? We can't do it on our own. We need him. Without him, we could do nothing. And we have done what we could do without him while we're in captivity. Some of you don't even believe it. Look at Psalms 91st chapter. Verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. If you abiding with the Most High, you're going to abide under the shadow of the Most High in a MASHAYACH. I will say of the Most High, he is my refuge and my fortress. I will say of the Most High. I will say of the Most High. You can't say of the Most High if you're not talking about him. Come on, people. This is serious, man. You say, I will say of the Most High, he is my refuge. You need to mute your phone. The water. I will say of the Most High. So you can't say anything of the Most High if you ain't talking about him. I will say of the Most High, he is my refuge and my fortress. He's my protection. My power. You know, he's the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. My power. My is a personal possessive pronoun showing ownership. In him will I trust. You see? We got to trust in the Most High. And when you think about it, you talk about the Most High, you exalting him, what do you think? You're going to be like, oh, you talk about me. He like to be boasted on. His name is jealous. So you talk about yourself more than him. Don't you think that will make him jealous of you? Talk about yourself and your life, this, that, and that, whatever, and never talk about, look, I will say of the Most High. You can't say of the Most High if you ain't talking about him. He is my refuge. Y'all read that scripture? We done read the scripture many a times. I will say to the Most High, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. In him will I trust is having faith in him. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. When this war come, when the missiles be shot into the ends of the world, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thou trust. Have this faith under the Most High. His truth, which is, we know the truth is what? Psalms 119, 142. We ain't sing it all day. Let's sing it together. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. So we're going to trust in his truth. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Hear that? So you keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, going to be your protection, your shield and buckler. But if you're not, and you're not going over his laws, you don't know his laws, how are you going to be protected? Well, I keep telling y'all, type in going over the laws. If you go to that magnifying glass, when you go to Freestyle Wam on YouTube, it's a magnifying glass. I think it's right after about. Then you have that magnifying glass, type in going over the laws. You know, now they got other people that, you know, intercede. They try to intercede you being able to come back to the Most High's laws. You can type in going over the laws. You can start going over the laws. You know? There's no excuse for us. Put those laws in your house, y'all. Play the laws in your house. That's what MASHAYACH went to every time. We just came from Luke the 4th chapter to rebuke Satan. Every single time. He went to the law of the Most High. And he had to leave him alone. Satan couldn't do nothing but he came with where we at in Psalms 91st chapter. That's what he had to come with. He couldn't go to the law. That's why he had to leave him alone. That's what works. But if you don't understand it, because you're not spiritual, do your own thing and see, don't he continue to deal with you the way he's been dealing with you, why you can't rebuke. You can't do it because he got you. He's going up and down in the earth seeing who you devour. That's why he got all these problems of mental and physical problems that we have as a people. Because he's dealing with us. And you got to know how to rebuke him. You can't just say rebuke the devil and that's cool. He already got you. Oh yeah? You be just like it was when that cat said, hey, I rebuke you by the same one that Paul teaches and YAHAWASHI, blah, blah, blah. He said, hey, Paul I know, and MASHAYACH I know, and Paul I know, who art thou? And jumped in him. Jumped in him. But understand, this is last stance. So his last stance, we got to be tapped into the Most High as much as possible. He know he got a short time. So who you think he's coming down on? Those that are not keeping the laws of the Most High, saying we ain't under the Most High's law. They ain't dealing with them. He already got them. Anybody would say they ain't got to follow the Most High. That's what you're saying. You're giving the Most High the middle finger. If you understand that. You understand that. That's what you're doing. When you say you ain't got to follow what he say do. You giving the Most High the middle finger. And what you think he's going to do to you whenever you, like I said, you know, once again, some of you might not have heard it before. Some of you might be just listening in for the first time. Look at Psalm 76 and 7. He said, thou, that's the Most High. Even thou, that's the Most High. The power of Jacob, power of Israel, are to be feared. He ought to be feared. He ought to be make yourself afraid of him, scared of him, trembling like the angels trembling before him. But here man is so prideful, and woman so prideful, and children so prideful in this world that we in now, that they don't fear the Most High. Let him show up in a tornado. Let him show up in a hurricane. He say he dwell in the whirlwind. Let him show up in the earthquake. You see, don't fear. You bring some fear in you then. That's why I say you better seek it while you can be found, because you ain't going to be able to be found. Listen, thou, Most High, even thou, Most High, art to be feared. And who may stand in thy sight when once thou art angry? Better hear what he's saying. That's why it's hurtful when you look at, you want people to follow what it is that you've learned. We've learned, at least I've learned, in knowing how we feel. But if you don't know how you feel, then how you have a relationship with the Most High? And you never think about how you feel. He got feelings too. Look, Exodus 34. You wonder why we sick and why you got these problems, because you ain't talking about him. Exodus 34 and 14. But thou shalt worship no other power. And a lot of people worshiping themselves. All they dealing with is me, I. That's it. Because you ain't talking about the Most High. Who you talking about mostly? Who you print on texting? You texting about this, that, or third, whatever. Like I tell you, I got a problem with just APTTMH. And you just said, I got to read what you're saying for at least sometime a whole minute, 2 minutes. All this you done said, then in the end you say, all PTTMH. All praise to the Most High. And some of y'all just saying all praises. You ain't even saying praise to the Most High. That's wrong. You tell me I'm wrong and telling you what I just said. Before the Most High. Let's go before the throne of the Most High and you tell me I'm wrong. As we stand before the throne of the Most High. And you standing before him. He gonna be glad the fact that you can say all this about yourself or whatever your mind has to say, and in the end you can't even say all praise to the Most High. You tell me I'm wrong. When this is what it says, for thou shalt worship no other power but the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. And the power that you worship is yourself. If you can't even talk about it. Only thing you talk about is yourself. How you worship the Most High? Whose name is jealous. You know what jealous means? Oh, you your own power? He said you're going to be able to stand before the Most High when he's angry? You done made him angry? And you looking at, you sick, you got this problem, that problem, you troubled in your mind and soul and spirit and everything's going on. Why? Because you ain't talking about the Most High. He's not in your vocabulary. You just said everything that you want to say, and then you're going to put APTTMH. Y'all a bunch of robots and robot-Ts, I'm telling you. You better be a robot or robot-T for what I'm telling you. You better say all praise to the Most High. You would say his name is jealous. His name is jealous. Not he's jealous. His name is jealous. So what you think he's looking for? Oh, that's more important than me? Oh, you ain't got nothing to say about me? And I'm putting it out there. MASHAYACH, YAHAWASHI. How important it is that you hear this and change. Change, man. This ain't no hard thing. It's just a matter of, are you that prideful? You think you're going to be able to deal with yourself? Wait till he comes. Wait till he show up. How can you feel, I'm saying it over and over again, and some of y'all hearing it. Some of y'all done heard this. This is over and over again. So what you gonna do when he come for you? What you gonna do? And he ain't even in your vocabulary. Think about it. What's mostly in your vocabulary? Him or you? For thou shalt worship no other power. So what people worshiping? Themselves. That's pride. Wisdom of Solomon, first chapter, 10th verse and 11th verse. For the ear of jealousy heareth all things. Remember he said his name is jealous. That's the Most High name is jealous. Now you want to be healed, you want to receive blessings from the Most High. It said the ear of jealousy heareth all things, and the noise of murmurings is not hid. The noise, some of y'all may be murmuring now. You don't want to hear what I'm saying because you want to continue to do whatever you do as a robot or a robotee, a parrot as you are, and keep saying APTTMH. And then say all praises. To who? To who? To demons? Because they can say all praises too. To who? To the devil? That's what they saying. Atheists saying all praise to the devil. All praise to whatever they believe in. Whatever they call him. Whoever they call on. All praise to the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You can't go wrong with that. He said, that's my name forever, the memorial to all generations. Right here in Exodus 3:15 and 16. So look, Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 10 says, for the ear of jealousy. Remember the Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and their secret parts. So this the ear of the Most High. Hear all things. He hear what you say. And he hear what you don't say. And the noise of murmurings is not hid. You hear that? Like we murmured all the time to Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the Most High would kill. He killed 23,000 at one time. And he get our attention by death. And I'm here to warn you so that we don't have to see all this death coming to us. I'm looking at more people died when they came up with this pandemic than I've had in all my lifetime. Saying condolences. I'm sorry to hear this and hear this. All my lifetime. Come on, man. That mercy and grace being lifted up. A whole lot of people leaving up out of this world, man. And it's sad because it hurts. You have to see somebody you love go, man. I love my people, man. I love y'all. And I don't like to see death. And that's what you got to do to get our attention. It only lasts so long, you go back to your wickedness, man. Therefore, beware of murmurings, talking crap underneath your breath. Or opening up your mouth to murmur against what it is that's being told to you, which is unprofitable. To who? To you, for murmuring against what it is that you hear. And refrain your tongue from backbiting. But there is no word so secret that shall go for naught. There's no word that you say. That's why my scripture say every idle word that you say, you're going to give an account of. And he know their thoughts too. He know your thoughts. If he was on earth, he know their thoughts. You think the Most High don't know what you're thinking? He made you. Don't you realize he made us? You don't know what we thinking in this measly mind that we have? Come on. This is what it says. Therefore beware of murmuring. This is Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 11. Which is unprofitable. And refrain your tongue from backbiting. But there is no word so secret that shall go for naught. Ain't nothing you can say that's so secret that shall go for nothing. I mean, you're going to give an account of your words in the end. And the mouth that be bellieth, slayeth the soul. You see? It says, seek not death. Since I just talked about death, in the era of your life. Don't seek death in the era of your life. It says, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands. You see? You could be doing things that could bring death by the works of your hands. And what you doing. Better understand this, because some people, what their hands is just, I gotta get this money. They so worried about this and worried about that. that they're doing things that will destroy them and bring death upon you. Better understand what he's saying. That's why he say he got spirits on this earth that's created for vengeance, so that we have to look at trying to change, man. It's about changing. That's all it is. So we sin. It comes short of the glory of the Most High. So we got to change the way we've been programmed to think. Look at Deuteronomy 32nd chapter and verse 35. To me belongeth vengeance. And we read about the vengeance of the Most High by these spirits that he created, these angels that he created for vengeance and recompense, payback. He said, their foot shall slide in due time, and it has slid, for the day of their calamity is at hand. And the things that shall come upon them make haste, coming quickly, y'all. For the Most High shall judge his people. He gonna judge his people who are the 12 tribes of Israel, and repent himself for his servants who are the 12 tribes of Israel, when he seeth that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left. And he shall say, where are their gods? Where are your powers now? Believe in yourself, because you ain't believed in me. You might have talked about yourself. Believe in yourself. You your own power. Believe in whatever it is that you really speak about the most. That's your, whatever you pay attention to the most. That's your power. Their rock in whom they trusted. See? That's who you have faith in. That trust is that faith. That's what you got faith in. It ain't him. Which did eat the fat of their sacrifice and drank the wine of their drink offerings. Let them rise up and help you and be your protection. Like MASHAYACH says, it's going to be so great of tribulation on this earth that it wasn't for the elect. And he made the time short. For the elect's sake, would no flesh be saved. He says, see now, that I, this is the Most High, that I is the Most High, even I am he, and there is no God, no power with me. He said, I kill. Anybody die, the Most High killed. And I make alive. He make alive. Anybody born into the earth, anybody die and come back, the Most High made them alive. I wound. You hear this? People sick, you wounded. The Most High said, I wounded you, and I healed. I'll heal you. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Understand this. Once he got you in his hand, so I says a fearful thing, Hebrews 10:31, to fall into the hands of the living power. If you off, if you ain't on point with him, you ain't doing the will of the Most High. It's a fearful thing, he said. He said, if I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. He said, if I wet my glittering sword, so he got a glittering sword, and my hand take hold on judgment upon any of us in this earth, I will render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me. Now look, when you part of this world and you ain't separate yourself from this world, and you in this truth and went back out, and you got all them damn spirits that he said he gonna go get that's worse than him come upon you, and your latter end gonna be worse than it was before you came into this truth. Man, that's dangerous. That's why he say he gonna render vengeance to his enemies. Who his enemies? James 4:4. Pertaining to we the Israelites. James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses. You spiritual adulterers and you spiritual adulteresses, and you those that do commit adultery, men and women. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? So you friendship with this world, the way the world would have you, that's set up to send you straight to hell with it? Don't you realize you're at war with the Most High? That's why you got to come and learn it, live it, and apply this in your life, man. To be part of this world, you at war with the Most High. So you able to stand before the Most High when he's angry? Yes or no? Think about that scripture, Psalm 76:7. Now he asked the question. You able to stand before the Most High and he's angry? From what you just heard? You adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? You at war with the Most High. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world, you allow this world and the power of this world to control you and destroy you as it's going to be destroyed, is the enemy of the Most High. You see? You become the enemy of the Most High. That's why he said in verse 10, he's saying, humble yourselves. Humble yourself, which is contrary to being prideful. In the sight of the Most High, whose eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and he shall lift you up. Verse 7, he said, submit yourselves therefore to the Most High, resist the devil. See, people can't resist the devil if the devil's in them. That's why you got to have somebody come out of her, come out of him, come out of it. Because you got some its too. He called us an it. He called us Israelites. He called us an it. A whole lot of its. It says, submit yourself therefore to the Most High, resist the devil, and he shall flee from you. How do you resist the devil? MASHAYACH gave us examples. He went to the law every single time, resisting the devil. But are you doing that? No, you're not doing that if you say, I rebuke you, Satan. I rebuke you, devil. And he's in you. He's in people. Because we in the world of the devil. He said, all can be thine. You do what? Bow down and worship me. So therefore, how are you not dealing with him if you ain't really separated yourself from the world to be at war with the Most High and the enemy of the Most High? I always say, draw near to the Most High, and he will draw near to you. See that? You draw near to the Most High, he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands. MASHAYACH said in St. John 15:3, now you are clean by the word that I speak unto thee. This word is supposed to clean you up. If you're going to learn it, live it, and apply it in your life. But if not, then you're just wasting your time, man. That's why he say he wants you to be hot or cold. You lukewarm. You in this and you ain't in it. You call yourself in the truth and you ain't doing what he say do. You ain't in no truth. You got your own truth. It ain't according to the Bible, according to the Most High and the MASHAYACH. Say, draw nigh to the Most High, and he will draw nigh to you. While you can, while he can be found, he said, cleanse your hands, ye sinners. You're breaking the Most High's law by not doing what he say do. And purify your hearts, purify your minds, you double-minded. Hear what he call you, double-minded. When you come back and say, be afflicted and mourn. You ain't prideful if you mourning. You afflicted, that next thing you know, you feeling pain. Some of you went through enough pain, I guess. He said, be afflicted and mourn. He said, when you come to serve the Most High, prepare yourself for temptation. He said, you're going to be dipped in the fiery furnace of what? Affliction. When did that stop? You don't know when it's going to stop. Because you still got to be cleaned up. You still ain't listening. Enough to realize that you got to change. This is all about change. Becoming a new man, a new woman, a new creature. Being born again. The way we think. This is what it says. Be afflicted and mourn. And weep. That's crying to the Most High. Let your laughter be turned to mourning. And your joy to heaviness. But no, y'all looking for, we gotta have some fun. I gotta, people in this world, look, you tell me in your wildest imaginations that you ain't been Edomanized. You ain't with them. When you look at Wisdom of Solomon 2, all praise to the Most High. Verse 1, this is how they think, and this is how you think. For the unrighteous said, reasoning with themselves, but not right. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy.